We had such a successful first live stream a couple days ago to 4 different channels simultaneously that I figure we'll do it again. So, I do have something new to show you. This will be a quicker live stream tonight, but let me first make sure that the chat is working the way I expect this time. I think it is. I'm going to say good evening all, and hopefully that actually works this time. So, first things first, the drink of choice tonight is a Macallan 12. That is a very traditional staple scotch for us. So that's the single malt of choice tonight. So cheers. Thank you for joining. Yep, Pascal, I see you here. Hello. Shannon again. Awesome. Beatles. You didn't join us the last time for our hour-and-a-half live stream. Here we're going to have like a 10-minute live stream and you join. So welcome, everyone. So yeah, I'm seeing the comments stream through, which is great. Things are working good. So what do I have to show you tonight? Tonight, it just came in yesterday, I think. I got the samples for our promo pack of cards. So a few different things. I'm going to go through each one. What these are the promo cards that we made available on the Dice Tower as part of their campaign. Every year, the Dice Tower, a very notable tabletop reviewer, if you're not familiar with them, they run a big campaign in, I don't know, it's right around the beginning of the year. And a lot of publishers like us support them. They're fantastic in the industry. We love them. We support them by offering promo cards through their campaign. Then they sell those promo cards, but really the promo cards are just a conduit to raising money for their own efforts and activities throughout the year. So we support that, but these promo cards we make available in other ways as well. They will be available on the Board Game Geek store. We already have other promo cards available there. We bring them to conventions with us and we give them away. So there are several ways to get a hold of these promo cards. The first question that, of course, is going to come up, we get it. You want to know, are these going to be in your pledge? The answer is no. These are promo cards. If they came with all the boxes of games, they wouldn't be promo cards. And they're also not even printed in the same country, let alone the same manufacturer. These are printed completely separate from our Kickstarters. They're just something that publishers do, as part of our daily business or annual business. So this is kind of like this year's promo pack. Last year we had, let's see, what was it? We had the Cultist Curse, which was a quest in, was that it? The Cultist Curse, I think? Where's Brad? He would know instantly. That was a quest in Dungeon Drop. And we had the Phase Shifter class card also in Dungeon Drop. Both of those are available on Board Game Geek, by the way, and through us at conventions. So this year, we have 3 promo cards in the pack, and they are spread out amongst our games. So we have the Torture Trap for Dungeon Drop, Drop Too Deep. This is a goal. So we'll show you what that's all about. We have the Ice Demon, which is a feat for Tavern Tales. And you're going to get a first glimpse at a card that we have now made for Drop Drive. The game's not even released yet, but we're starting our promotion. Drop Drive is something you're going to start seeing a lot of stuff about. So we have a card called the Host, which is an Explore card with that back. And so let's show you each of these up close. So here's the Torture Trap. So again, this is a group goal. Here's the back for it. So it's a group goal. It's got the blue background for Dungeon Drop, Drop Too Deep. And basically, these are the way the group goals work. I can go into a little more detail tonight because this is all the live stream is about. So the way the group goals work is these are like rooms that you have to find as a group in the dungeon. And so to find this room, there's 2 ways that you can do it. On the left side is you have to actually look at all the cubes in the dungeon and form a room that contains these particular cubes or meeples or whatever. That's the left side of the card. And then the right side is you can alternatively loot all these components into your stash, but you need a higher amount of them. So that's how the two sides work. So on the left side, you've got 1 hero meeple and 2 monsters. So to satisfy this goal, you need to have in one triangular room that you're looting, you need to have a hero meeple and any 2 monsters. Now, you might ask, like, how are hero meeples getting in the dungeon? That's part of the group goal, or the cooperative mode, is that at the beginning you take 4 of those standard meeples, the little ones, and you drop them in the dungeon. So they scatter around, and they're like fallen heroes that you're helping to rescue. So you need to form a room that has a meeple and 2 monsters in it. Now, that might not be immediately available. You might have to manipulate the dungeon to make that happen. There's a way to flick meeples now. You obviously have some abilities that let you move monsters around, so you have to kind of manipulate the dungeon. Then on the right, if you can't do what's on the left, then what you have to have is 2 hero meeples and 3 monsters in your stash or in your kill pile. So when you rescue a meeple, it goes to like near your stash, and when you kill monsters, of course, you have a kill pile. So it's harder to do the right side, but you can do it over multiple turns. So anyway, this torture trap is a 21st group goal that now exists, because in the box for Drop Too Deep, there's 20. I'm just going to check the chat because tonight there's a lot of chat going on here. Let me just see if... Got to catch them all. Pascal, you got it. You got to get all the promos. Gimme. Face Shift, you got it. Noticed your awesome Mario wall theme. Yeah, it's actually a little old at this point. I was almost wondering if it's time for a change. But yeah, I put up these Super Mario decals on the walls in the room. For me, it's inspiring. My wife comes in here and she's like, "This is inspiring for you?" I'm like, "Yeah." Anyway. So that is the torture trap. Let's move on to the second one, which is... No, there's no cubes, Northern Beetle, in the promo pack. The promo packs are just cards. 3 cards for 3 different games. All right. Here we have the Ice Demon. So... in Tavern... What is it called? Tavern Tales. In Tavern Tales, there's the... Oh, I should have clarified. I don't want to confuse. In the campaign, we had the limited promo pack that probably most of you decided to add to your order because it was super cheap. That limited promo pack has a Flame Demon for Tavern Tales. It has the Pyromancer class, and it has the Metal Flame Demon and the Metal Dragon Flagon. That's the limited promo pack. That was part of the campaign. I didn't want to confuse you with this promo pack of cards. This promo pack of cards, these are more like the general promos that we just make available to the Dice Tower, to Board Game Geek, and through us at conventions. So hopefully that's clear. Anyway, in your limited promo pack, you have a Flame Demon promo. This is now an Ice Demon that, of course, pairs very nicely with the Flame Demon. So when you, in Tavern Tales, when you collect this feat, you immediately get 2 prestige points, and everyone else loses 2 prestige. So this is awesome. During our testing of the game and some of the newer feats, the players loved these feats that had negative points. So like the Mimic, the Dragon Egg, the Flame Demon, and now this one. It's a cool effect. So you take this, you get some points, and now you kind of screw everyone else. They lose a couple points. The Flame Demon does it too, but the Flame Demon is basically worth a lot more points. It's worth 5 points, but everyone else only loses 1. So this is worth less for you, but everyone else loses more. So that's fun. And of course he's adorable, because everything in Dungeon Drop and Tavern Tales needs to be adorable. That is the Ice Demon. All right, cubes. Oh no, for the wallpaper. Yes, the wallpaper has the cubes, the Mario cubes. That is true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am really excited to open, for the first time ever, a Drop Drive card. Now, First thing that you'll notice is the size of this card is a little different. This is, it has a name. It's called a domino card. I don't know if that's worldwide what it's called, but at least in America, it's called a domino card. It is exactly, and this is by design, this is intentional. If you look at all the cards that come in Dungeon Drop, this is exactly half of one of those cards. So in Drop Drive, there's going to be this size card. You have your spaceship. You have a ship front and a back, and they combine, just like in Dungeon Drop. You have your race and your class. But in Drop Drive, you've got a ship front and a ship back. They combine, but you might get other upgrades for your ship throughout the game. And what you do is you separate and you insert the upgrade card now in between. And you can get multiple of those. So you keep expanding your ship. Really freaking cool. This is a passenger. This is not a ship upgrade. But there are different types of cards in the Explore deck. Ship upgrades are just one of them, as I just described. Passengers are another type. And specimens are another type. Then there's some special ones, but those are the gist of it. So this card back that you can see here, that is the Explore card back. So all the different Explore type of cards will all have the same back because it's one big deck and they get shuffled together. They're all this size. We actually played with this artwork. We brightened it. So what you're seeing is the latest brightness level. Of course, on the camera it might not fully come through, but we wanted this like derelict spaceship up there, or the space station, to be a little more visible. So we gave it a little more shine. Of course, you can see the platform and the planet in the background and stuff. So from what I can tell from this, yes, expanding ship, Pascal. From what I can tell from this, this is working well. I like that brightness. But let's get to the fun side. The host. If you are in our Discord channel, you have probably seen us work through the graphic design for this card and post different versions of it. In fact, this is one rev older, so this was the test print. We have to update it slightly, and then we'll do the mass print. But soak it in for a second, and then I'll start talking about the details. So what you can see here is you've got the name of the passenger. In this case, it's like a special alien, so it's just called the host. Other characters will have more discernible names that you'd expect. Well, this is the host because it's clearly some kind of alien pod that's incubating something inside it. But what's cool that you can hopefully see here is that, find a place to put my elbows so I can leave it here. So we've made this card look like it's a boarding pass, like some futuristic multi-pass kind of thing that lets you get on board and get passage to whatever planet you're trying to go to, which is something in Drop Drive that you're going to hear a lot more about. That's at the top, it's called multi-pass. That's the type of card. It's a passenger pass. And then there's this like cool alien writing up there. So one of the things that we're thinking about is that there's different races in the game. There's 5 different races, and each passenger will reflect one of the races. This one is actually like a specialty race. It's a promo race, but there's 5 main races. And what we'll do is change the alien writing at the top to be thematic to the race that it represents. So that's going to be fun. There'll also be some color coding. Along the side over here, this is the piece we're going to change. It doesn't do anything. It's just design. It's not functional. And tell us what you think. If you're seeing this for the first time, post in the chat. Do you find that it's cool looking? Do you find it's a little distracting? Because that's what we heard, is that those white dots may just be a little bit too much, distracting to the rest of the artwork when they don't functionally do anything. What we like is the newer version that we tried. What we did was we left the dots there, but we made them like only 25% opaque. So it's like 75% transparent. So they kind of fade in, but they're still there, like notches. And that looked cool. So I think we're going to end up doing that. And the ability at the bottom, of course, this is like an alien pod that's incubating something. So it's a chrysalis. That's what it's called when a caterpillar weaves its cocoon or whatever. It's called a chrysalis. Like it's incubating something that's going to turn into something else, the butterfly. So when you pick up this passenger, you can deliver him to any planet in the game. Any wild planet. There's 2 types of planets. So any wild planet. And it lets you take a specimen from the discard pile. That's the only way to actually pick up a specimen card from the discard. Normally you have to explore and you draw cards throughout the game. And that's how you get them onto your ship. But this lets you go through the discard and find a specimen that matches your set collection that you're trying to accumulate for yourself. Let's see what comments we got. Expanding ship. Drop drive card is sleek. Amazing artwork. Love the slim width of the card. Yes, this was awesome. Really cool idea to have this thinner deck because you're getting more of them. In Dungeon Drop, you've got your race, your class, your quest. It's kind of it. And then there's like the huge monster cards, but they're separate. Here in Drop Drive, you're going to be accumulating upgrades for your ship. You're going to be finding passengers and then delivering them to planets and getting a reward. You're going to be collecting specimens, which is a set collection thing and has end of game scoring. So the smaller size made sense so that it's not getting out of control. Let's see. Multi-pass. Still waiting for the Drop Drive, the watery game. What did I call that? Drop Dive. Dungeon Dive. Yeah. Don't hold your breath, Pascal. It's not happening. It's a bad idea. If they have no use, they can be more transparent. Yep. I think... I don't think I can easily... Actually, I could. I could have pulled up the artwork into the live stream if I thought ahead. But that's all right. You'll see it as we go. I'll post pictures online. Jump into our Discord and you'll see it anyway. But yeah, I think the more transparent is going to work better for that. How do we get outside of the Dice Tower promo? So Joshua, there's going to be at least 3 ways to get these cards. Obviously the Dice Tower, which is passed. If you backed it, you backed it. If you didn't, that's already passed. We also always send our promo cards to Board Game Geek for their store. So they'll be available there. And we're probably going to send to them at the same time we send these to the Dice Tower to give away to their backers. We'll probably send them to Board Game Geek's store at the same time. So within a few months, 2 months maybe, they'll be available. And then through us at conventions, we will always have... I can't say always. I mean, there's a limit to how many we print of these things. But for the foreseeable future, we'll have plenty of these available that we give away at conventions. The host is the name of the character and chrysalis is the name of the race. No, close. The race name is not here. The host is the name of the character, and then the chrysalis is like the name of the ability. Scott was and I were talking about this recently, and he nailed it. This card can almost be a little misleading. Like, why do you need that name and that name? For almost every other card in the game, it makes sense. Just like in Dungeon Drop. You've got a Wood Elf, and it has the Herbalism ability. You've got the Stonekin, and he's got the Stone Meld, or whatever ability it was, I forget. So it makes sense. This one's a little more awkward because the name is more generic, the host, and the ability is also not an ability, it's just a trait. So... if you'll suspend disbelief, go with us that the 2 names make sense. Totally understand that. When will we see Drop Drive? Well, you're already starting to see more and more. We're dripping hints of it. We're putting little ads out there. You'll see an ad in your copy of Drop Too Deep. There's going to be a little pamphlet in there on it. You're going to start seeing paid advertisements because this is coming and it's going to be big. We're super excited about it. We're making a big deal of it. So you're going to see more and more. Keep connected with us on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, then through Discord. We're streaming now to YouTube. Stay on our distribution list through email, which you can sign up on our website, phaseshiftgames.com, and so on. All right. And I don't think there's any. Take my money. Thank you. You know what, Joshua? It's so funny. I've been in this industry since 2012 with a business. The business before was called Geek Fever Games, which was a design firm. But back then, when we were just starting out, it was like a dream of mine that someone would post that picture of, what is it, The Simpsons, where he's like, take my money. And I just had this dream that somebody someday would say that about something we put out. And, so now I see you saying it, and it warms my heart to see. But, yeah, for Darren and I, and certainly Scott and Gregory, it's not about the money. Obviously, we need the money to be successful and keep doing this for you all, but it's just so fulfilling for us to Futurama, yes, not The Simpsons. Thank you. It's so fulfilling for us to do this and have the opportunity to keep doing it. So, all right, folks, this was a short one. Quick preview of the promo cards. Got a little bit of work to do on the host with the dots, but really awesome to see these come together. Thank you so much, and have an awesome night. Cheers.